Hi, welcome to another video tutorial of the Graphla data visualization software. This tutorial is going to cover word clouds and building word clouds with Graphla. So if you haven't seen them before, you could Google it. And word clouds are a type of visualization of text or textual information. And the way that they're built is you basically have the frequency of the word inside the text is directly proportional to the font size used for the word. So the more frequently the word shows up in the text, the larger the font size of that word inside the word cloud. Oftentimes, I think in the data viz community, word clouds are sort of seen as gimmicky. They kind of get criticized because it's an oversimplification of the text. And so I'll just kind of throw that warning out there. Sometimes if you think like looking at a word cloud is going to represent, give you an idea of what an article is about, it's not always a good idea. So there's pros and cons to word clouds, but this tutorial is just going to focus on how to build them with Graphla. So I have here's a body of text out here. This is just an article from the New York Times website, and I'm literally just going to copy all the text that's in there. I'm just copying the text from the article, and I'm going to paste it into here. Now, as with other visualizations, you could just let's say you had a paper, you had something typed up in a text file. You could just also select this Get Data from File button and upload the text that way. So now that I've done that, what you'll see is when you just paste in text, Graphla isn't able to parse it. It doesn't recognize it as being column or data. So it just says, oh, this wall of text, and but that's fine, because what we want to do is select the word cloud visualization, and word clouds are pretty simple. There's just one input, and we're just going to drag the wall of text into the text input. And there we go. That's pretty simple. That's how you build a word cloud in Graphla. Now, of course, if you don't make any modifications, it's pretty obvious you're going to have common words show up. Prepositions, articles, they're going to show up. They're, like you can see this giant word in within this word cloud. So one of the customizations that you probably want to do right away is use this box below, this ignore word. So in Graphla, every visualization has its own set of options, and in the word cloud, the ignore word list is the main input that you have to control after you've uploaded the words, the text. So there's a default set of words that are automatically ignored, that are listed as ignored. So they are stripped away from the text, so they don't show up. In this case, the word in is not there. So I'm going to go ahead and add that to the list. And you add this by just having it's a comma separated list. And I'm just going to add a comma, and I'm going to add the word in. And while I'm at it, I'm going to look at a couple other things. Like I see the words by and that. So I'll go ahead and get rid of those. And then I'm just going to hit, just click Update Cloud. And when I do that, it is updated in real time there. Depending on the size of the text, this is going to, could take anywhere from a second to maybe 10 seconds, maybe half a minute or a minute or so, depending on the size of the text. But for a single article, I think if you had just like I think it should work. It should work pretty fast. So here we go. This is going to be an iterative process. Now we have a few more words that jump out at us. Is, with, for. Let's go ahead and get rid of those. And we will update the cloud. So there. Now we still got like a couple in there, but actually, you can get the idea of what's going on there and how to change it. So what I like about that, the ignore word list, is you could create word clouds with other languages. So if you want to paste an article in Spanish or German or French, and then obviously every language is going to have certain articles and prepositions that pop up to the top. So you could use the ignore word list. That list doesn't really care what language you're using. It's just looking at the word itself. You could just enter those words and update the cloud, and get an updated word cloud. And like with other graphs in Graphla, you've still got this option here of exporting it as an image file, or you could actually generate the HTML code. So if you wanted to put it on your own website, you could do that. So that wraps this tutorial up for word clouds. If you have any questions, please go to graphla.com and go to the bottom of the page here and check out the project page, and you have more information about the project and who I am and why I'm doing this and the plans for Graphla. So thanks for watching.